lot of our other Swimbeam training videos, which you might have watched, feature a lot of double or single arm pull through where we're working all the way from the front of the stroke in one motion all the way through to the back. And that's great, but what we're going to do today is break that down to focus a little bit more on each element of that entire sort of freestyle pull through technique. Now, feel free, you can use one of our warm-up videos before you go into this main set, but it starts quite gently, so you don't necessarily have to. So I'll explain the main set when we start. So with this session, it's important that you set the resistance either through the elevation on the front of the swim beam or through the resistance band underneath, so that this set becomes challenging for you, and that's going to be different depending on your strength and relative fitness. So once you've done that, the movements are going to be this. So we'll do pulsing, as it says on the board behind me, at the front, to work on that front catch of the stroke. Now relatively that's the weakest part of the stroke, but we've got the least amount of resistance because the stretch band underneath isn't particularly tense. We're going to do a number of those, and then we're going to move on to the next phase of the stroke, that middle phase. Now just there we started to engage the lats, we've become stronger, but that's fine because there's more resistance being offered by the resistance band underneath. We do a number of those pulses, and then after that we go straight on to the back end of the stroke, keeping the elbows high and forward. And then after a number of those, we lock the elbows into the side and we do some tricep extensions. It's not the most swim specific aspect of this session, but those triceps do a fair amount of work at the back end of the stroke, so getting them strong all the way through their range from here to here is quite important. That's the theory. Let's go. So we're going to do 25 repetitions of each phase of the stroke. So pulsing, 20 at the front, ready, and off we go. Now this is going to seem very easy initially, and it's going to get tough as we carry on through. So don't be fooled. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping the elbows high, you can see the elbow doesn't drop. It's a finger lead, getting into a high vertical forearm. 18, 19, and 20, and go straight into that middle phase. You can see the hands stay relatively, or stay underneath the elbow all the way through that phase. This is already just starting to work a little bit. If you find it's not working for you, then on the next set you can put the front end up, change the resistance. 15, and we're going to go straight into the back end after this. Keeping the elbows high, don't let them drop. 19, that's getting sore now. 20, and then from here we're going to push straight back and then come to here. Again, bring those elbows high and forward and push all the way back to straight there. Should feel the lats and the muscles around the shoulder blade and the triceps working. 10. So now we've done quite a lot, you can really feel it working through the shoulders. There's more resistance from the band underneath as well. Finish off that 20, 18, 19, and from here, 20, lock the elbows in and straight into 1, 2, really targeting the triceps, keep those elbows locked in. You're going to get a rest at the end of these, so keep strong all the way through the end. 10 more to go. Make sure it goes to straight every time. Last 5. Keep strong. 2 more. And 20. Good. Now have a rest. If you found that that was too easy, add resistance at the front and then go again and keep repeating for maybe 4 or 5 sets or until you really can't hold that form anymore. Again, first bit should be easy, but it really builds in terms of intensity and difficulty as you go through. So use pulsing to work on technique and form, but also strength through those swim specific muscles.